And he says to me, I was moved from District 6 with my family, and my house was bulldozed. And to this day, I do not have a house. I rent a house. I lost everything that I had. Now, that is a pain that needs to be addressed. It is a division that we must heal. So therefore, what we need to do, South Africans, fellow South Africans, we need to interrogate the statement that expropriation of land without compensation is incompatible with a growing and flourishing economy. We need to respond to the view that what we propose represents a violation of the spirit and the intent of our democratic constitution. There are a few in our country who would contest this fact, that dispossession of black South Africans of their land contributed fundamentally to the impoverishment and disempowerment of the majority of our people. Very few people will dispute that. Now, Mr. Cedric Alberts, that's his name, was removed from his land in 1969. To this day, he still has that pain in his heart. So what should we do as South Africans? Should we say to Mr. Cedric Alberts, forget it, that belongs to the past. Just forget it. He had a beautiful house, wonderful memories. His dignity was razed to the floor. It was destroyed. What should we say to him? His family story illustrates in vivid terms the pain and the damage caused by the former rulers of this land. The expropriation of land without compensation is envisaged as one of the measures that we will use to accelerate redistribution of land to black South Africans. We will need to determine collectively how we can implement this measure in a way that promotes agricultural production, improves food security, advances rural development, reduce poverty, and strengthen our economy. For it to serve this purpose, we need to see and locate this measure within a broad, comprehensive land redistribution and agricultural development program. This is a profound responsibility that has been given to our generation. All of us collectively have this responsibility, and it's a responsibility that we cannot walk away from. We owe it to our ancestors and to our children to ensure that we fulfill this responsibility. In dealing with this complex matter, we will not make the mistakes that others have made in dealing with the question of land. We will not allow smash and grab interventions. That we will not allow. We will handle this matter in the same way that we have always handled all difficult issues in our country. We will handle it with responsibility. We will handle it in a way that is not going to damage our economy, that is not going to damage agricultural production, that is not going to reduce or damage food security in our country. That we can assure you of. We will always seek to do things that are going to advance the interests of our people. This includes, Honorable Buthelezi, how we will also handle the issue of the Ingonyama Trust. No one is saying that land must be taken away from our people. Rather, it is how we make sure that our people will have equitable access to land and security of tenure. That is how we are going to handle this. We must see this process of accelerated land redistribution as an opportunity rather than as a threat. And I'd like to invite all South Africans not to see this issue, this pain that many of our people are still going through. We should never see it as a threat. We should rather see it as a great opportunity. A number of white South Africans, as it is now, and companies who own land have decided that they are going to grasp the nettle and see this as an opportunity of redressing the past, the injustices of the past, the divisions of the past, so that all of us collectively as South Africans, we can move forward knowing that we have addressed the original sin, we have addressed that which has been dividing us, and that we are moving forward with great purpose as South Africans, having resolved what others would have called an intractable problem. So I'm inviting all of us to see this as a great opportunity, to see this as a matter that we can address in the typical Madiba way. We should see this as something that frees us all from the bitterness and the pain of the past, but also allows us to move forward, look forward to the great opportunities that our country holds up for us.